The Defender Kentucky 5-star done and dusted. Wow, what a weekend, listeners. But like we did with the 4-star, we have recorded the whole 5-star press conference for you. So sit back and enjoy as you will hear from your winner, Oliver Townend, runner-up Tom McEwen, third place Yasmin Ingham, and then the USEF National Champion, Lauren Nicholson.
Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of EEI and our truly wonderful partners, Defender, Mars Equestrian, and USEF, it is just so exciting to welcome everybody here for one of the great moments in our sport, the culmination of the best weekend all year when we honor the top finishers in the Defender Kentucky 3-day event presented by Mars Equestrian. In just a few moments, we'll take some questions, but first it is my privilege to be able to introduce to you these riders who put on a spectacular show, not just today, but throughout the week. At my far right, our 5th place finisher here this year, and the winner of the Defender USEF 5-star National Championship, Olympic veteran from the United States, Lauren Nicholson. To my immediate right, this week's 3rd place finisher, the reigning world champion from Great Britain, Yasmin Ingham. Sitting next to Lauren, this week's 2nd place finisher for the 2nd consecutive year, winner of team gold and individual silver medals at the last Olympic Games from Great Britain, Tom McEwen. In the long history of this event, going back to the World Championships in 1978, the legendary Bruce Davidson stands alone with a record 6 Kentucky wins. Michael Young of Germany has been second with 4, but joining Michael with his 4th win here in Kentucky, we have team gold medalist in the Olympic Games, the #1 ranked rider in the world, and the winner of the 2024 Defender Kentucky 3-day event presented by Mars Equestrian from Great Britain, Oliver Townend. So Ollie, your place in eventing history was solidified well before today's win. And we talked yesterday, I guess it was, about your competing here this week in your 100th win and your 100th event. Getting a little ahead of myself. Can you possibly sort out for us what you're feeling? I know you well enough to know you get very emotional. Can you sort out those emotions and share them with us?
No. I was fairly upset with myself after the dressage, and the last 3 times up until this, we've always gone home with a win from here. So I kind of thought to myself that it's going to be a bit depressing going home on that plane and having not won. And then I sort of, just give myself a kick into gear and thought she's a very good horse, and I knew she was an incredible galloper, but from the feel of her and her pedigree, her mother won the Scottish Midlands Grand National, so there's no excuse on being too slow. And I knew I had a plan in my head. After Maryland last year again, I mucked that one up. She should have won that one, and I got in her way in the show jumping. She had 1 mistake, I had 1 mistake. So I just had a very clear picture in my mind of what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it, and if it was going to be my week, what will be, and just do my job and try and look after her for the future, but also try and be as competitive as possible. And yeah, I was lucky that it didn't go the other 2 guys' ways, and they're on very established and famously good jumping horses, so the pressure was kind of off me in a way, which I quite enjoy it, because normally it's me going in there in Tom's position and having a fence down sometimes. So it swings and roundabouts, but I couldn't be more proud of the horse. We've had her since she was 4 years old. And you know, a great boost for Cooley Farm again. You know, Richard said if I did the double last time I was in this position with Cooley Masterclass and Cooley SRS at Badminton, then he'd give me a horse. So I think it's about time that he came through with that. But yeah, couldn't be prouder of the team behind this horse. They've been with me for 15 years, most of the staff, and Karen Shooter and myself have had very good days and very bad days, and today we'll definitely celebrate this one.
Well, we're very proud of the quality of what this event is here, and it's riders like the four of you who make it such an incredible event. And to congratulate you, I'd like to introduce a very special guest we have here with us. We have with us the CEO of JLR North America, and I'd like to invite up Mr. Joe Eberhard.
Just want to say a couple of quick congratulations to obviously all of yourselves, but to all the competitors. And as a Defender brand, we're really proud to be associated with the equestrian lifestyle for a very long time. Here in Kentucky, I think we're going on 15 years, 6 years as the presenting sponsor. And we just think our vehicles are perfectly suited for what you do every day. So I want to thank the fans, all the competitors, and all of you here in the media to make this truly a spectacular event. So congratulations, and we're looking forward to many more years of a partnership. Thank you.
And we would like to propose a toast right now, first of all, to the four of you riders for this great accomplishment and what you've done, not just here this week, of course, but in your careers. And we'd also like to toast Defender. Defender is an incredible supporter of this event, of this sport, not only in this country, but worldwide. And we thank you for all that you do for our sport. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Joe. But as you're enjoying, we will now open it up to questions. As always, if you would please raise your hand, and Allison will bring you the microphone. Lindsay.
Oliver, how would you describe this mare's sense of competitiveness, her sense of try when you're out there with her?
She's tough. She definitely knows her job. She's definitely female in terms of she's not married, but she knows what she wants, and she's definitely a completely different personality to the likes of Ballamore Glass, or horse that you see me on all the time. So she's pretty feisty, and she needs managing that way, but at the same time she feels like she loves her job in all three phases. I don't think there's a chink in the armour. I don't think there's any weakness at all. Any mistakes that you see happening is purely down to greenness or lack of experience at this stage. But for me, she's one of the best horses I've ever ridden.
Next question. Sally up front there.
Oliver, I'm not sure how much the Grand Slam has been on your mind, but obviously this is now going to be a huge conversation coming out of this event and looking ahead to a couple weeks from now. So do you have thoughts on that with Ballamore Class? What have you thought about in terms of that, if anything?
Third time lucky. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a huge privilege to start with, to be in this position for the third time. First time I nearly killed myself trying to win it. Second time I came second at badminton. So fingers crossed. It's just an amazing position to be in, with such an incredible sponsorship such as Rolex, and for us to have such brand names as Rolex and Land Rover as part of our sport, I think is a massive achievement for the sport, and also it makes me very proud to be amongst those sentences that include such brand names. So I think it's just hopefully something to be celebrated, and hopefully something that the press will get excited about, so that Rolex get their money's worth for the next 2 weeks.
And of course, it's over 20 years we've had this Rolex Grand Slam, and only 2 riders have pulled it off. So it's clearly not an easy accomplishment. Pippa Funnell and Michael Young, the only ones to do it. So many things have to go right. And we thank Rolex, as you say, for making us have this series that calls a lot of attention. Next question. Back to Melissa, please.
Oliver, you said several times that you're pleased to see this mare showing what you thought you saw in her as a 4-year-old. Can you tell us a little bit about what it was you saw as a 4-year-old? What made you want this horse?
I actually questioned Richard Sheen at Cooley Farm to start with. Before I knew her pedigree, when she went into trot, she was kind of this gangly looking foreign horse, and I thought, is she fool's gold or make-believe? Because she looked too good for the pedigree in terms of the movement and the way she carried herself as a 4-year-old. And so I was relieved when I found out that the mother was by Rosalia and a full thoroughbred. So I thought, wow, we've actually got that movement and gallop. And it's very rare that you see a 4-year-old go into trot and move like she did. So I just saw a very raw, skinny, string-like 4-year-old. But once I found out that the father was jumping 160 at the time and the mother had won the Scottish Grand National, I thought, my God, it's a dream, you know. And I bought her myself, and I'm not really in the position to buy expensive 4-year-olds, so it was a big gamble for me at the time. And then luckily Paul Ridgeon was looking to increase his string, and he bought her off me sort of 2 weeks later, so I didn't own her for many minutes. But yeah, she was always special from the word go, and obviously the colour's been lucky for me before as well, so I like grey horses.
Next, Lindsay.
Lauren, can you tell us a bit about your special weekend with Bug and just having him back here in the twilight of this career?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly, we came feeling a touch rusty because he hasn't had a proper big outing since for Tony, especially because his career, hasn't actually missed a season before. So we certainly came here wanting to be competitive, and he has the experience to do so. Would have liked to beat this a lot, but he certainly kind of not outperformed expectations, but I was just very pleased, especially for such the fan following he has, being he's such a character anyway, that I was able to deliver what he deserved to get on the day.
I just want to quickly mention that your win of the Defender USEF National Championship, it is for the 3rd time. Philip Dutton is the only one with more than 3 wins. Philip has won it 5 times, and you're a touch younger than he is. But so you now stand alone with the 2nd most wins in the Defender USEF 5-star championship. Next question, back to Sally. Allison up front. We're going to make sure that Allison's step count is really high today.
Yas and Tom, I would love to hear just a little breakdown of your rounds today. Obviously things did not go to your plan today, but can you just kind of tell us a little bit about how your rounds went and how you felt about your horses throughout the whole weekend?
Yeah, look, jobs has been amazing. I really feel like this weekend we've really cemented our partnership. It's just taken a bit longer. He's such a nice, polite, kind character. Nicola has done the most extraordinarily great job with him. It's just taken a little bit of time for me just to find the path with him, and this weekend I thought he did the most incredible dressage test. I was a bit gutted with the mark that I came out with. I thought it should have been better personally. Cross country I was absolutely flying, and he was insane. Just a mistake off the lead that cost me the 2nd. And to be honest, today with the show jumping, he's a great jumper, and it's just one of those things. I'm sure I'll beat myself up about it, but I've only got a week to do it, and then back to Badminton. But for me, jumping is the most crazy special. I mean, the dressage testing sort of showing half of what he can produce. It's been a lot better than it has been here, so that was a bit of a gutting shame. But yeah, I know on this day that actually you will wipe floors clean, so it's very good and exciting with coming up to like Olympic year that he's put himself in a great position, and sort of onwards and upwards really.
I think overall he jumped super today. Just had a really unlucky rub on an oxer, so overall I'm delighted with him. And unfortunately today wasn't our day, and these things happen for a reason, and we'll come out stronger next time. But yeah, I'm absolutely delighted with him from the beginning of the week until today. So it's really exciting to be on the podium at 5-star, the highest level of sport, and of course it's a very important year. So he's feeling amazing, and obviously we'll go away and work even harder is the next thing on the list.
Of course, Yaz, you've been here 3 years. You've been sitting here, 2 of them. Tom, you're 2 for 2. And there's a lot of riders who would love very much to be sitting where you guys are. I want to take one more quick moment to just thank one other company that does so much for the sport of eventing in this country, in Britain, around the world, and obviously one of the prime supporters of this event, Mars Equestrian, and Zach Berry is in back. And Zach, we thank you for what you do personally, what Mars Equestrian does, what the Mars family does, and we would not have as great an event as we have without you, without Defender, without Rolex, and we thank Mars Equestrian so much. Next question. Come up to Kim, please.
After some rest and some celebrating, hopefully by all 4 of you, what's next for the horses that you placed highest with today? And maybe the other ones on your screen that you are moving towards theirs, whatever.
We can come right down the line.
I think everyone's kind of got a busy few weeks, always coming into these things. Our other horses, especially with all the travel they have to go through, don't get neglected, but miss time in the saddle. So I know these guys have to fly back and run a horse trial, and all of ours have gotten shuttled to Virginia while I was here, and we're off to Townend for the Forlong here next week. And Bug will go home and have a very good holiday with his buddy Ron, and we'll see what the rest of the season brings. But certainly he's come out of this feeling very fresh and very young. He's felt older before. He felt much younger than he has in the past.
And Tom, how about Devin?
Yeah, Dubs will be going on holiday. He'll be having a lovely time out, well-deserved rest for his hard efforts this weekend. And then basically probably like 3 of these, no plans really made until we sort of find selections and bits and bobs like that really, and then onwards and upwards for the rest of the season.
Same thing really. A lot of grass to eat as soon as she gets home, and then pick her back up in a few weeks' time once things have settled down after badminton and such forth. And then I'd love to, Leona loves going to Burley, so Burley would be plan B for me, and we'll see if we get a phone call before Burley.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think much the same. He'll be having a well-deserved holiday. He's worked very hard for it this week, so he'll go out and have a lovely time. I have other horses aiming for the Moulin 5-star, so that's something exciting to look forward to. Younger horses coming up through the levels that will hopefully maybe be here one day, which is also very exciting. And then again, we have lots of exciting plans. Obviously we have one more plan that would be at the forefront, but of course that's out of our hands for now. We've done our job as we can, and I believe that he is a fantastic horse, and proved that he can win on the world stage. And again, here at the 5-star level, he's on the podium. So it's a very exciting year, and first job is to get him back home and happy on holiday.
I'm not sure I'd want to be a team selector in Great Britain right now, it's going to be a tough choice. And in the USA.
Well, the US, right? Both countries have a lot of depth. Sally.
Lauren, I know you have alluded to the fact that, of course, you are have put in for consideration for Paris. Does this result give you a good feeling? What has your thought been about potential Olympic selection again with Ridiculous this year?
It's not a bad feeling, but I think all these guys can agree, you get to a point in your career that you don't want to go just to get the completion. And, you know, I'm eager that the U.S. has such depth too. And, you know, if I get put on, I want to get put on because I'm going to contribute to bringing home a medal, not just to go there for fun. Especially, I think it's going to be a really hard choice for selectors to make because of the 3-person team certainly is going to be a heavy factor in that decision. So, you know, we've done what we can this weekend and done our job, and now it's just wait and see what's in the cards.
Anybody else? Well, I think we're at the point where we can let you go and really celebrate. Lauren, Yaz, Tom, and of course Ollie, we congratulate you. You know, we hear it from everybody that there's nothing like Kentucky, and the 4 of you just had a spectacular week. We congratulate you. We thank you for being here. We wish you all the best. And I think what we'll do when we finish is we'll ask the 4 of you to pose here for a moment with some pictures. We'd like to invite Joe Everhart back up here. We can even hold up our champagne glasses and give these photographers a good shot. But we thank everybody for being part of the best weekend all year. I know starting tonight, all of us will be counting the days to when we come back here next year for the Defender Kentucky 3-day event presented by Mars Equestrian. Thank you.